I'm happy to be here. Thank you very much, Josh, for your invitation. Quite honored for you to have thought about me. I know we worked together many years ago, and I feel great really to be here and to officiate this important occasion. And we were created by God with the responsibility to take care of God's creation. Not so that we could dominate other species. No. That's not the reason why we were created. We were created to take care, and that's what Prof. you said in your speech. That we were as stewards, custodians, to protect while we sustainably use, because we must survive. God also told us to procreate. And with that to procreate, then there is the whole concept of intergenerational equity. We utilize God's creation sustainably in a manner that allows it to self-regenerate. And we have a duty to protect it, not just for ourselves, for our children, for generations yet to be born. But then I don't know, somewhere everything went wrong. Haywire. Man engaged and kept engaging and still continues to engage in wanton destruction of nature, God's creation. Man has commoditized, expropriated, cannibalized God's creation. Through greed, self-interest, we destroy nature. Wangari Maathai warned us, others warned us that destroy nature at our own peril. We didn't listen. We still not listen. UNEP just published a report titled Making Peace with Nature. And in part, reading your new strategic plan, it is actually trying to make peace with nature. Let's make peace with nature. Animals are part of God's creation. They deserve tender care. They deserve love. They deserve respect. Not out of sympathy or pity. No. No. Sio kwamba unaonea huruma. No. Animals have as much right to exist and to live and to enjoy a life granted by their creator, just like we do. So it's not about mercy, feeling mercy, or pity, or sympathy. It is their right, just as we humans have the right to exist, coexist. And the paradigm shift, oneness, one well-being of God's creation. I commend you, Chair, and your board for the leadership of this organization. I commend you, Joss, and your team, able team, management, and the men and women in the trenches who have made this a reality. I assure you of my ministry's support. We are in a critical moment globally. Environmental emergencies and crises that are largely induced by human beings. So now we have the, what do we call, anthropogenic, so human-centered and greed. Now we have animal-centric. So let's come together as one family that God had created and intended us so to be. Just a few observations, and I like exactly the new trajectory. I will suggest that as you work out your operational annual work plans, do remember to give prominence to the following. It's already actually provided for in terms of the overarching philosophy, but I think in terms of the mechanics of it. One, give priority to women. Gender mainstreaming, and when I say about gender mainstreaming, I mean about women. It is not by mistake that they are called mothers, while God's creation is called Mother Nature or Mother Earth. They are the best protectors of God's creation. They would be the best people in their home state. Sisi wazee hatumo, tuna asubuhi umechomoka kwenda hada kufanya kazi, wengi umeenda kutafuta chupa ama jioni. The mothers who are the ones left to take care of the animals in their home state, in their homes. In pastoral communities, I told you just yesterday or the day before, pastoral communities, at least in my community, wild animals are called ng'ombe ya kina mama, as what was they say. Hii ni ng'ombe ya nini? Hii ni ng'ombe ya kina mama. That was rather derogatory or sort of, but actually it is truth, because they are the ones the best suited, the most caring of animals. So give them the due recognition in prominence as you implement your new strategic plan. Number two, the youth. Wangari Maathai said that the generation that suffer more out of destruction of the environment is not the generation that has destroyed the environment. In that, the youth are the ones who are suffering and have a greater stake. And if you want sustainability, if you want the message, you must locate the youth centrally within the implementation of your new organizational structure. And third, let's go to the ground. Let's go to the ground. I am not saying we should not be seated here in holding some such conferences. But after all this, what matters is where the rubber meets what? And where does that happen? Let's go to the ground. Let's go to the communities. Let's sensitize them. And let's also listen to their voices. Because it is assumed, we sometimes who we assume that we know it all. We don't. So as we sensitize them, let's also derive from them their tested knowledge indigenous traditional knowledge. Very, very important. So, twende mashinani. And finally, communication. Communication. I would want to, I think there is use of technology and communication. It's very, very important. Social media presence, digital. We tried yesterday with my colleagues trying to get records of your... So it is important. Communication, use of technology, social and new media, absolutely critical in terms of, even as you build networks. You build networks, utilize those networks better, and more effectively with use of technology. Today, my duty, very, very pleasant and duty, and honored to really do what I was invited to do, to make 2 long speeches. Very long speeches is but to officially declare the new strategic plan for 2021-2025 of the African Network for Animal Welfare officially launched. And I don't know whether I have...